Monaco TV.
Hi guys, it's Penny here. One of our graduates of the Monaco Nail Academy, Olga, has done a really cool design for us using pigment and artistic color gloss. She recorded it all for us in the student salon here at the Academy, and so I'm just going to step in and do the voiceover for her so that we can get this tutorial out to you all. It's a really cool play on the negative space trend, but with pigment behind the negative space instead of the natural nail. Start by applying artistic color gloss or another gel polish to your natural nail. Olga's using the color Bride and will cure it for 30 seconds before the next step. The pigment is going to stick into the inhibition layer of the cured gel polish. We're going to use the Be Creative purple brush to apply the pigment. This is a beautiful high quality design brush, but it also works really well for pigment application. Olga is going to use the Brights collection from Be Creative for her pigments. This is probably one of the collections I use the most, it's so versatile. Okay, so dipping her purple brush into the pigment a little bit at a time, Olga is just working the powder into the inhibition layer, so the nail she's working on is sticky, and that's what's holding the pigment in place. It's really important to make sure that you're not overloading the pigment though, because if it's too thick, the gel polish we apply on top won't be able to seep through and connect with the gel polish underneath. That will give you a layer of powder between two solid layers of gel polish, and the top layer of gel polish will just peel off. You can be precise with your pigment application or the complete opposite. It's absolutely up to you, and you could choose to use a few colors or lots of colors. You could do a rainbow effect behind instead of the crazy splotching that Olga's doing. Once you're finished applying all of the pigment and you've covered the entire nail, this is what it should look like. That would look awesome even if you just top coated it and finished the nail right now. Instead, we're going to use a fan brush to brush the excess pigment off the nail. Be really thorough to avoid that issue we were talking about with peeling. If the excess pigment has been brushed off thoroughly and it was pressed into the inhibition layer properly to start with, you won't have any issues at all. Next, we're taking the Be Creative orange brush. So this is a detail brush, a nice fine mini striper. And Olga is using the artistic color gloss color Empowered, which is a nice thickly pigmented black, really great for nail art and especially when you need full coverage. She's going to put a dot of the Empowered onto her Levac thumb palette, and then it's back to the nail. Start by outlining the hearts. It could be anything, could be stars, could be flowers, could be rings. Whatever design you want to include on your nail, outline it first. You can outline all of your shapes in one go, or if you're worried about the gel polish bleeding slightly, then I would personally flash cure each shape for about 7 to 10 seconds before painting the next one. This just stops the gel polish from self-settling or moving. So we have all of the shapes outlined and cured, and then it's time to fill in the gaps, still using Empowered and still using the orange brush. This is the best way to get into those tiny little spaces, and you can see how lightly Olga presses with her brush as well. You kind of can't even call it pressing, it's just the very tip of the bristles. When you've finished filling in the gaps, cure that for 30 seconds if you're using an LED light. Remember that the cure times change in UV. And then cover the entire nail with glossing gel top coat or the equivalent for your gel system. This is a great way to add a little bit of colour to a dark set of nails. It's winter here in New Zealand at the moment, so we're seeing a lot of dark colours come in at the moment, and this is just a really fun way to add a pop of colour. You could also leave the pigment out altogether and you would have a negative space version of Olga's design. If there are any designs you'd really love to know how to do, post an image or put a description on our Facebook page, which we will link below, and we will do our best to record a tutorial for you for that look. In the meantime, don't forget to like that Facebook page and subscribe to our channel if you want to see what's coming up next.
Monaco TV.